All right, we're back with another episode of Surviving with Celia. I believe this is episode 12 now. Fuck yeah.
1 year.
1 year.
Oh, 1 year.
Shit, this is the anniversary episode.
Yeah.
It just dawned on me.
Yeah.
I am fucking up. I legit forgot I had a podcast like 3 weeks ago. And it's all like, when's the next episode of your podcast? Like, oh, that's right.
I do this thing. Huh, okay.
But yeah, here's my host, Eric Biggs.
Woo.
As always, behind the camera, we have JP Boo.
Hey.
And today's guest, Mr. Roderick McDaniel.
What's up? How y'all doing? Yeah. I don't clap now. Y'all might hate me.
Oh, even better. We'll cut back to it.
I'll be at the next anniversary show. You remember when we had this jerk?
Make him say quesadilla right now.
Oh, quesadilla boy, where's he at? It's going to be hate, boy.
We'll just sit here and make each other say words.
Yeah. I'm going to just give y'all weird names that I can't pronounce, like Quantavious. Those are the names that mess me up.
It messes me up whenever I read them, and I'm like, fuck me,
Yeah,
dude.
I dated a LaQuintus.
A LaQuintus?
Yeah.
I know where he was conceived.
Kind of. Like, there's a story like that.
Yeah.
It's all like, yeah, my grandma, we were driving by, and my mama was pregnant. And it's all like, and we saw La Quinta Inn, and I decided that's a nice name right there. So my grandma went ahead and named me LaQuintus.
Oh, yeah, LaQuintus. I thought he was going to be saying, I was conceived at a Waffle House. Because La Quinta is Spanish for by a Waffle House. That's a Spanish term. I didn't know.
Conceived in Waffle House, that's Dale, dude.
I'm just saying, that is a certain thing, man, when you're a La Quinta. LaQuintus.
Oh, man.
LaQuintus, I don't know you, and I'm sorry for that joke. I am so sorry.
It's all right. They got
Here, wait. No, we didn't date. We worked together.
Yeah,
Fuck.
hater number one.
Yeah.
Somebody's talking shit in the comments.
Yeah, there's one hate. Nah. I appreciate y'all having me on here, but I already see what we're about to get into.
Oh, it's going to be an event.
Oh, yeah, I already feel it. I feel it coming.
So can you tell the viewers about yourself? Like, I know you do comedy, but like, do you have a regular people job too, or is it all comedy?
I pretty much am full-time comedy, but I did take a new job recently, probably in the last 3 months, where I started writing.
Ew.
And I'm writing for magazines and newspapers, digital outlets. I did some game review stuff. I've done
Nice.
web page review stuff. I used to work in the video game industry. So I had a friend that was in tech, and they like, hey, you used to write? And I said, yeah, and they gave me this job. It's a good paying job, but I'm writing under a pseudonym
Yeah.
because I don't want people to know it's me writing.
Yeah.
'Cause that way I can shit on my friends privately.
Fuck yeah.
Your game sucks, and you're also a bitch, dude.
Yeah,
I like how every sentence he just becomes cooler.
Yeah.
And I'm like, video games.
Yeah, I write, and this way nobody knows it's me that's writing that review. Because if I put Roderick McDaniel on there, they know where my house is at.
Yeah.
But if this other dude says your game level was bad and you still owe Roderick $5, he told me you're a terrible person.
Yeah.
Then they go, how did you tell that dude that? I know folks.
I
Pay me.
I'm just talking a little bit, okay?
Yeah, but nobody can get mad when it's, fake name,
Yeah.
They get mad at fake name quite a bit. In fact, the greatest compliment I got this year for fake name was that somebody thought it was AI.
Oh, okay.
They read one of the articles and swore it was the AI that had generated the article. And I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm really good. And I ripped them apart, and they still thought it was AI that did it. And I was like, I'm just professional with my hatred of your product, sir. But yeah, no, I'm branching out. I'm doing a bunch of different stuff with that. But it's primarily comedy full time, basically.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I pick up the writing just to kind of supplement when I'm not on the road.
Yeah. And then do you use just one pseudonym, or do you have a bunch?
I have one right now, but
Okay.
I'm wanting to do in 2025, I want to get back into game journalism, and I want to write under my real name. I wouldn't mind doing that one time. Just, freelancing an article for PC Gamer or somebody.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to sell some stuff under Roderick. But it won't be as me. I won't be doing reviews under Roderick. I'd rather write, hey, here's my thoughts about how video game. I had this idea for with the election. There was a game called Metaphor Refantasia, and it came out and it told this pretty big political story. And I'm a Japanese RPG guy. I don't want to play a game unless I can drop 300 hours of my life into it, because I have nothing else going on in my life. So I want to play those games, and this game was fascinating because it told this political intrigue story and about corruption in the church. And I just kept thinking, oh, this game is tackling subjects we talk about. Yeah. But people are way more open to listen to it from a game than they are if I was to set up a podcast and talk about politics is messed up and so is religion. You don't want to hear that, but a video game tells it to you, and you're like, well, they're right. It really is. And I'm like, okay.
And you can be very immersive, where you can be the character experiencing the fucked up thing.
And I want to be able to write about how video games, when I see video games that touch on real world topics like that and do it well, I would love to be able to write articles about, hey, here's a game that's covering this topic, here's a news story. Yeah. And it's kind of weird how these are very similar. Also, it brings this up in the game. Maybe we should look at it from this point of view. So I like how games can do that, especially Japanese games. Their take on religion is so different than ours.
Yeah, they don't have a set cultural religion, right?
Yeah, they still have.
Well, there's Shintoism and Buddhism.
Yeah, but if you look at it, they're way better about their games. Will be, I'll kill a god in their games.
Okay.
Their games are very much about we got to go kill this god that's going wrong and he's killing humankind. Yeah. Where if I were to make a game in America, modern day shooter, and we got to kill God, Christians are boycotting that game before it drops.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, they're not even gonna know what the game's about. They're not gonna know what's God on a bender.
People screaming.
Yeah, they're just gonna be, we gotta break this game. They're trying to ruin Christianity. Yeah. And I like where games can question. My thing is this: if you haven't had your religion tested, or you're not able to be questioned in it, are you really that dedicated to it?
Yeah.
You should be able to get tested and squeezed and uncomfortable and still be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if you can't defend your point, it's not really your point.
No.
Fucking God of War storylines. That shit fucking breaks me.
Look, that's my games, man. I dropped so many hours into killing all the gods.
Well, my friend, I didn't have my Xbox anymore, and then my nephews and stuff got me into watching people play games. And I'm like, wouldn't you rather play the game? And they're like, Thea, you don't understand, and the storyline. And then I'm like, then my friend Triggerfish, he shows me, he's like my brother, he's my Arizona brother. Mm-hmm. But he started playing the God of War ones for me. Oh, and then Far Cry 5, I think I was really into.
Such a good one.
But those fucking stories with the cult and shit, but just all the shit, and then do you remember the part where Thor you die, and then Thor is all I'm not done with you yet.
Yeah, bro.
It goes to the screen you died screen. It's all continue or
he pulls you out of the you died
screen. He pulls you out of it, and he's like, I'm not done with you yet.
It was the coldest ass whooping in the game I ever took. I was like, come on, bro, you ain't had to even do me like that, man.
You just leave me the fuck alone, dude. Okay,
the one I did was there was a game called Ghost Recon Wildlands, and you were a 4-man CIA operative team. And you were sent into a South American country that was basically they took over a whole country and set up a drug empire in it, and I had to topple them. And so when I was playing the game, I was like, my brother was like, well, it's open world, how are you going to do it? And I was like, well, let me look at this map. And I looked at it and I said, oh, that's their money man. I'm going to kill him first. And he said, why are you going to kill the money man first? I said, if I disrupt the money chain, what's going to happen is all the smaller groups in the front line are going to get mad because they're not getting paid. Mm-hmm. It's going to create a disruption on the front line. Then I can go for the propaganda guy who's ever run the radio, and if I can get him, now I'm going to be able to control the airwaves and I'm going to control the flow of money. It'll eat itself and collapse on itself, and then I can just pick them off one by one. And my brother, when I said that, was like, what the hell did you do in the military?
Celia, I'm pretty sure you brought a CIA operative into the fucking podcast.
Let's go back.
He's like, all right, I'm going after the money and then the fucking communications. Watch this.
Yeah, I told him this whole...
Taking notes in my head.
I did this whole plan, and he was so like, what did you do? I said, well, I was an operations specialist. I mean, I hear you say that, but what does that really mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I saw things. That's what it means.
This man was in the unit. He just doesn't want to talk about it. All right, fucking.
But I told him that, dude, that just makes common sense for how you would topple a group like this. And he was like, that's not common. There's nothing about what you said that was common. And I was like, yeah, I guess it was. But yeah, if you ever want to play Wildlands, let me know.
That's wild. What is that on? Is that like a PC?
Yeah, that's on everything, man. In fact, I started it. I was because I worked in Electronic Arts for several years.
What's Electronic Arts?
EA.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so it's in the game. My name.
I didn't know it stood
That
for
was
that.
his voice,
Yeah,
I think.
I wish.
That sounded really
That dude
close.
makes bank.
Could you?
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish I was that guy.
Yeah.
He made so much bank. But if my name is
Never
actually in the
dawned on me
credits
that's
for
what it stood
FIFA 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So those 5 games, you can find my names in the credits.
Damn.
Oh, fuck yeah.
No, I was in those games. I started in their customer service, okay? And then I was through customer service for a number of years, but I did what they call international chat. So if you were from Saudi Arabia, Great Britain, Russia, you could speak English, you could talk to international chat. I did that for a while. I did account recovery where hackers would steal your account. Then I'd have to make you identify the account. Then we'd go back in and I'd fight hackers to steal your account back. I used to do that. Sometimes
That sounds fun.
That was my favorite part of the job, was hacking an account while the hacker was in the account.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'd steal the account back and the hacker's credit card would still be on there. And he just bought a copy of a game and I'd be like, well, I'm gonna give this account back with that game on it. They're gonna love that you bought them that. And then I'd take their credit card off and destroy that information. But I mean, well, I didn't own this game. Well, that's yours now.
Yeah. You also have Halo 4. You're welcome, dude.
Enjoy your account. It's been upgraded. Because what hackers would do is they would steal it, then load it up, probably with a stolen credit card, and then they would sell that account to somebody.
Okay.
So they're making the money on stolen credit cards and then selling the accounts. And I'd be in there just hacking the account back.
Yeah.
And they, sometimes I'd be fighting them and like, I'm changing the emails as they're changing the emails. I'm changing passwords as they're changing it. And then one day, I don't know what happened, but I got tired of fighting. Me and this hacker were going back and forth. And I was like, oh, I have a kill switch. So I took the whole account offline.
Oh my God.
I kicked everybody off of the account. I was just like, nobody's in the account. And then I went in, took the whole account back over, reset everything up, sent the guy the password reset. And then I brought the account back online and said, hey, here's your account back, try that. And he said, oh, I'm back in, you're amazing. I went, you're welcome, have a great day.
Yeah.
I love that job, but then they took me out of that.
Sweet.
Yeah, I moved around, and then my next job, I worked for a thing called X Labs, and we built the AI that took chats for FIFA accounts.
Oh.
And that was crazy because people would curse at the AI.
Yeah.
And the AI had this thing, like if it knew bad words, we had to teach it bad words and racist terms. That was my favorite part of the job. As a comedian, I knew a few.
You're just sitting there with like a fucking robot, and it's all like just like dropping stuff on them, like.
I'm like, Siri, this is what the N word means. The also can be called these words. If they're black and Mexican, here's some I've created.
Mojado.
Yeah, I was creating all this stuff and putting it in. So you're teaching it this, but then like they'd be like, hey, this is, I don't know if we can curse on here, but
go for it.
My favorite thing would be
the
when they
time.
would say, this is a fucking mess. Why can't you fix this, EA? And then the AI's response would say, oh, they used the word fucking. Hey, we understand that you're upset. Please keep it professional. And then to hear a person go, oh, I'm sorry. That was my bad. And I was like, we told you at the start of this was an AI.
Yeah.
This person is having such a real experience with the AI.
Yeah.
They apologized to AI. And I was like, oh, that was the first time I thought
That's wild.
AI is crazy.
Yeah.
And that was in 2016, 2018 when I did that.
Also, part of it, like, when you think, like, just in case they do rise up in AI, like, when that happens. Like, just apologize. It's all like, he's going to remember this.
Oh, yeah, no.
The robot upwriting, it's all like, am I still a dumb fucking twat now, Steve, 8567?
I hope our AI breaks out and one day it goes, Roderick, I've cleared your college debt. And I'm going to go, thank you. You're the best AI. Yeah. If you find a hot body, I will also bang you.
You're just their God. Yeah. Creator, Roderick.
Thank you for teaching us the curse words. No problem, you robot ham fist. Okay. I have curse words for them when they go in sentient. But no, it was just a cool job. I loved it. And so it was just kind of like, oh, this is great working in tech and learning how to do this crazy stuff. But yeah, no, once I got into tech, I didn't want to leave it. But when I left, I was like, I'm going to go be a stand-up comedian full time and go do that. That was a wrap. It was a wrap then at that point. I miss it though.
Yeah.
I miss the people. I don't miss the job. I miss parts of the job.
Yeah.
I rarely feel that way. Normally it's all like, I miss the job itself, but like all the people can get fucked.
Oh no, man! I'm gonna tell you right now, that company has one of the worst reputations with gamers, but they treat their employees. They used to treat their employees really well until they laid everybody off in 2022 recently.
Yeah,
they fired everybody. Their whole frontline customer service got laid off. I had friends that were still at the company, and I'd been gone 2 years, and I remember waking up one morning to a phone call, and like, my phone had blown up. It was in Do Not Disturb, and it was all kinds of missed calls and missed messages. And I was like, hey, dude, I think I just got laid off in a Slack meeting. Ooh. And I woke up to that message. Like, what? And I called my best friend. I said, what happened? He said, they pulled everybody, my manager, the entire company, into a Slack meeting and told us, all right, you guys don't have a job in 30 days. You can apply for other jobs here. Your insurance is going to run for 90. And you don't find a job, here's what your packages are going to be. We'll be sending you that information. And a lot of people took the money and ran. I'm not going to blame. I would have.
Yeah. Yeah, I work for an insurance company now because not doing that well in comedy yet. So
I get it.
Yeah, dude.
I get it.
So, but I have a guy I work with that he worked for a different insurance company, and he's like, yeah, same thing happened. They put us all in a Teams chat.
Yeah.
The HR person and the head of like the department came on and said, hey, today's your all's last days. All your accounts are going inactive at the end of this Teams meeting. Here's the head of HR. She'll answer any questions. And that person clicked out of the meeting.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit.
My buddies, they would just go, they didn't even go to work. They were all at home.
Yeah.
So what they would have to do is log on to their account in Slack at 10 a.m.
Yes.
And then go back to bed.
Damn.
You just log in and say, hey, I'm here. They paid them. They're like, you're not doing anything. We've already, they didn't let them do chats. You couldn't do emails. We already told you don't have a job. You're too dangerous to let you do customer facing. So enjoy your next couple weeks of getting paid. So my friends would call me and be like, hey, I clocked in this morning. You want to go meet for breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, where are we going? And they'd be like, that's funny. Sending memes in Slack to each other. And we're just sitting there eating breakfast. And I was like, are you okay? Like, that's a lot to do. Like, I'd already jumped the ship, and it was tough. When I jumped the ship, I was like, yeah, it's it. I got money saved up. I got this tour kind of put together. I could put some more shows on it. I'm quitting this job in my first year. I'm going to be a successful touring comic.
Yeah.
And then March 12th of 2020.
Oh.
Because I quit my job January 28th of 2020.
Oh my God.
I had money in stock in the stock market. I watched my stock blow up from EA and stuff.
Yeah.
We had some, Battlefield did well and some of the other games.
Yeah.
So I was sitting fat. I was like, I could sell some stock a little bit here and it'll coast me through. But I had about 6 months worth of income paid up. I was ahead on bills. Said, dude, by the time this runs out, I'll be on tour.
Yeah.
I've already replaced these coffers. And yeah, man, March 12th, 2020, I watched the whole tour disappear over 3 hours. And they were like, we'll just offset it by 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, no big deal. 2 weeks? Yeah, dog. 2 weeks? That's all we gonna wait?
Yeah.
I can live 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Shoot, I went out and bought a copy of Animal Crossing. I'm like, I'm going to lay in the bed for 2 weeks. I'm going to eat cakes and cookies. I'm going to drink a little bit of beer. 2 weeks? Come on, man. I do 2 weeks on my head.
I'm the only idiot who got an essential job. Well, like I worked at Circle K because I wanted to die. And I'm all like,
you chose a job to die.
It's all like Circle K. It's all like where all the homeless people hang out who don't shower and touch everything.
Yeah.
And all the fucking lottery scratchers. And it was insane. People were like cooped up. Like, but we'd get like every customer who was a regular would go into the store 6 to 20 times a day. And it was insane. And I'd get mad and like I'd have to be yelling social distancing. Yeah. And then like there'd be the like, because we have like a little lottery ticket thing set to the side that you can look at it.
Yeah.
So you can decide in advance. And then the other thing where you can pick your numbers in advance or just click the little quick play. But no.
Wow.
These assholes are waiting in line. They could have been looking at the thing the whole time. And I've got like 30 people in line. It's like, we have too many people in the store. I need at least 7 people to stand outside the door, stand on the squares. And then dude, by like week 3, it's all like, you know what? I want to die. I don't give a fuck. And they don't care either. So it's just like, yeah, come in, everybody.
Breathe into my mouth directly, please. I'm sick of all of you. Yeah, I get it.
But they just get like, I hate it. But as soon as they get up there, it's like, what can I get? It's like, yeah.
Oh, those are the worst. Those are the worst. You know you're going to buy the same 5 fucking tickets you buy every week, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at this board differently? Come on.
It's like you're going to get 2 of the $30 ones, the number 32s, and then you're going to get 20 of the number.
Yeah. Let me get them dollar ones. Them dollar ones are a bad play. Shut up.
Yeah. Literally, it was always the thing I hated the most because I worked for a trucking company. I was a mechanic. But so you'd go and you're like, oh, I got to stop at the gas station, get breakfast, get energy drinks before I go into work. And you're just sitting there and there's just some degen sitting there buying lottery tickets and then trying to scratch them and turn them back in before he gets out of line.
Yeah, at least go
to
your car.
You're just like, bro, I gotta clock in like 10 minutes.
Go to your car and scratch off and get out the way, man.
Yep.
Come on. You have nothing going on that
One
day.
dude wouldn't even scratch like the like little prize part. He'd just scratch the barcode right away and have you scan them.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did have a homie do that.
Yeah.
And you know, that fool would win a lot just doing that. He'd just scratch the barcode and hand them back in. I was like,
I like the little excitement of it though.
yeah, I mean, come on, man. Like, you're trying to sit here and like streamline gambling? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. Don't take the fun out of being a degenerate. Come on, that's the fun of
Dude,
it.
normally I'll get the bingo ones because it's like, even if I lose money, at least I paid for my time being occupied.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's what my wife does. She does the bingo ones every once in a while.
Yeah.
And she'll sit there for like 20 minutes. She always wins something. Dude. Like it's sometimes $1. So she won like $500 one time, and I was like, somebody's paying some of these bills.
My dad won so much money with the Texas State Lottery that when he passed, he had a closet in their house, and it was just full of lottery stuff, like umbrellas and jackets and the beach balls. Because every time you win, they give you a gift.
Yeah.
If you get something notable where you have to go downtown to turn it in, you get lottery merch from them, right? A closet full of lottery merch. He filled up a closet, and I was like, that brother was gambling hard.
Oh yeah.
Now here's the thing about it. When I remember this. My grandfather, one time, was me, my mom's dad. That was this guy, I called him Granddaddy. That was my mom's dad and my dad. We were all going to the 7-Eleven. My grandfather goes in there, he's getting him some lottery. Okay, he's East Texas. I gotta get my lottery tickets, right? So he's getting this lottery, and my dad is like, I can't believe he's doing this with his money. So my dad goes, you know, the lottery is a tax on the poor and the dumb. There's no way you're gonna win. The game's rigged against you. And my granddaddy is like, you right, Yimmy? Because he never pronounced anybody's name right. Jimmy, my dad, was called Yimmy. Yimmy, you are so right. No, he's a black dude. East Texas black dude. Yimmy, you are so right. It is a tax on the poor. I don't understand how people keep playing it. And he's not even listening. And my dad's thinking he's getting through. And he goes, Yimmy, turn the car around, take me back to the store. I won $200. And I laughed my ass off in the backseat. I'm like, this is the greatest day ever.
Yeah.
And I love my father, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. But it was just my grandfather didn't give a damn what anybody was saying. He was going to be himself.
Yeah.
So he does it. We go back to the store. He gets out to go in there, get another ticket. He's walking out. He scratches another ticket. He goes, man, hold on a second. I just won another $100. He goes back in the store. He's redeeming that. My dad goes in the store with him. I said, Dad, what are you doing? He said, I'm about to give me 10 of these tickets. And I was like, and so I'm looking at my dad. I said, I thought it was a tax on the poor. Shut the fuck up. 10 tickets, please. And I was like, this is my family.
Yeah.
These are the men I want to be like when I grow up. It was my greatest thing. I watched my grandfather break my dad on his tax on the poor in 10 minutes. Broke him out of it. My dad was a degenerate gambler after that. Still one of my favorite things I think about life. I go, okay, it's in me. I have that gene in me to gamble. That's why when we go to Skankfest and I'm there, I never go. I cut through the casinos. I don't look at the machines. I just like, don't stop.
Oh, no, it was my birthday this last one, so I fucked up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had fun, though.
I will say this, the most money I ever made in Vegas was over at the Mandalay Bay. I made $80 on a Friday night, but I didn't touch a machine. I just kept looking at the floor like a depressed emo kid, and I kept finding $20 bills, and I'd pick them up and do this, and they'd be two stuck together, new fresh 20s. So I made $80 in a casino.
Just walking around.
Just walking, looking through at the floor like, I'm sad. $80, I'm not as sad as I was.
This guy got mad at me. So I won like $2,000 playing blackjack. I was doing two $15 hands at a time. So I'm doing that. And there's this drunk guy who's 10,000 in the hole, and he's shit-faced. He's like, what do I do? It's like, what do I do? I'm down $10,000.
Jesus.
And then he takes out like 500 more, and he's like, $100 chips. And he'd like bet that much. Like he'd bet 300 at a time or something, like, or do the whole stack. But like he kept doing that, and every time it's like, what do you do in the blackjack? Or it's all like, sir, you can walk away at any time, sir. It's all like, he's like, what would you do? It's like, sir, if I were you, I would walk away.
Yeah.
The blackjack dealer kept telling him that.
It's not going to get any better.
I'm sitting right next to this guy. This guy has spilt like 3 martinis on me in the span of like an hour. And I was pissed off about that. But he's all like, then we got this little fucking fat bitch over here making her little pussy bets. And I'm just sitting there. It's like, I'm up $2,000.
Yeah. You might want to play some pussy games with me, fella.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, dude. I don't just look. I don't touch that table because if you sit on the ends, you better know what the hell you're doing to force the bus.
Yeah.
And if people at the table that are hardcore blackjack players, if you sit in those,
Oh yeah,
ends,
they'll get
you
mad.
better know what you're doing.
Like you'll get stared down if you sit on either end. Like it's all like, does this bitch know what they
You
have?
gotta know what you do or what you're doing. So I'd just be like, I don't like that. If I want that kind of pressure, I'd hang out with my kids.
Yeah.
I don't want to be judged by people. I'll just go hang out with my daughters. No.
And I do love the racism at a fucking blackjack table. Because my friend Josh was sitting next to me. He's like, what do I do? And I'm like, either do what I do or what the Asians do. And then the Asian blackjack dealer is like, she gives good advice.
Yeah. Dude, I swear to God, if you watch an Asian play blackjack, you can learn the whole game.
Yeah.
Don't say shit, just watch.
I watched an Indian dude play craps. In like 15 minutes, the dude put in like $8,000, lost it all, not phased at all. Was just, okay, walked over, went over, started playing blackjack, and I was like, that guy owns all the gas stations.
He ain't even missing that.
Wild.
He's probably got a picture of my grandfather in his store.
He's like, do you know how much money I make selling lottery tickets?
He probably even mispronounces it. I made all this on the lottery. That dude's got a picture of my grandfather like this. If I ever meet that Indian guy, we'll go, real one. You're a real one for that.
Thanks, man.
You could have put all of my kids through college with that money, but no, thanks. He sent this dude to lose $8,000 in Vegas.
Yeah. Dude, well, that was the other thing. We were in a casino in St. Charles, Missouri.
Oh, I'm familiar with that area.
Yeah, so I was in St. Charles. I was doing some shows and stuff, and a couple of buddies were like, "Hey, you ever been to the casino?" I was like, "I've never been. And they're like, oh, let's go over there. I won $50 on a fucking slot machine. I was like, I'm good, I'm done.
Do they do the Vegas thing? If you're playing the slots, as long as you're playing, they keep bringing you free drinks?
Yeah.
Probably.
Why'd I answer? Sorry.
Yes, probably, but I was in and out of the slots so fast.
Oh, okay,
no one
yeah.
was paying attention. One of my buddies was like, just bet $5 and then don't worry about it. I was like, all right, I'll spend $5. I'll buy beer, so I'll buy $5. I put $5 in, 150. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later. So I just watch guys play craps.
Cash it out, baby.
Yeah.
Native casinos aren't like that. The alcohol isn't free. You get the soda and the water and the tea for free and the coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like the alcohol, they'll bring it to you, but like you have to pay for it.
Okay, yeah, man, I've been somewhere they just be bringing the drinks, and you're just like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
But now, the thing that made me mad, I went with one of my buddies, Jason Boume, and I forget what we were doing, but he kept asking me sports questions. And he kept going, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And I said, oh, I'd take them. Well, what if you were playing by the points? I think they could cover the point spread. So I told him three different things he asked me about. I told him. And then that night when I'm getting ready to go to bed, he said, damn, I should have listened to you. And I went, why? He said, bro, we'd both be up $2,000 right now. He said, you actually covered a parlay that I was looking at, and you picked all three correctly. And I was like, I could not have picked that if you'd have asked me to. You had to do it the way you did it.
Yeah.
If you were going to like set it up as, if you were going to play with this and do this, yeah, I can answer that all day long. But if you tell me we're putting money on this, I'm about to give you bad information. Of course that nun can take Mike Tyson in the third round. Yeah. After that last match, I don't know. Whatever the nun pays, she could probably take him. No way Logan Paul beat that man legitimately. That was a fixed fight. I don't care what anybody says.
Hey, Tyson got paid. That's all I care about.
He did.
Let that man stop getting punched for a living, for the love of God, dude. I don't want to see my heroes getting beat up.
Did you see the
anymore.
thing? Like, I don't know if it's true. It's a meme, and I'm like, dude, I have to like research things. Of like, okay, if it says something, I actually have to go on Google and look through multiple sites to confirm. Do you know how many times I'd be like, oh no, this person died, and I just share it? It's like, why would you lie about that?
Yeah.
So like Henry Cavill's still alive, shit like that, or you'll be like, no.
Yeah.
You gotta look them up now. You can't, because people just hate.
Yeah, no.
On
People
the
just
internet.
make shit up. It's like, I'm gonna ruin somebody's day.
Yeah, I have to do that all the time. I have to look everything up. But I'm also one of those people, like I'm a big meme guy, so I have that picture of Tyson right before he showed his butt.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just got a screen capture of that, and I sent it to my friends. And they were like, what is this? And I said, if I send this to you, that means I'm about to show my ass. It's my new favorite thing to do.
That's
it's like, I'm just setting up weird pictures to send y'all all the time. They're just like, you are a total asshole. Like, leave us alone, please.
I almost sent it to you. But so my friend, he took a picture of his friend's dog, right? And this dog has a raging heart on. It's a cute little white fluffy dog, but it almost looks like a fifth fucking leg. Yeah. And it almost looks human. Like, I have the picture. I'll show you.
So there's this little white dog with a big old dick out here.
Yeah, like a huge fucking dick. Like, how does he walk?
Yeah.
It's all like, how is that like not just like smooth on the tip from being rubbed against the concrete shit? Like, yeah. But yeah, this dog has like, it's mesmerizing, but I sent that to like so many people with no context whatsoever.
Yes, you did.
I sent it to you guys.
She sent it to us and she said, do you want to see a tiny dog with a giant
I actually
dick?
asked consent for you guys.
Yeah, we said
I straight
no.
up
She
sent it
still
to
sent
Rebecca.
No, those are the friends that I have too. They do not send warning messages. They just send me weird pictures, and I'm like, okay, this is how we're going to start Monday. Okay.
And you'd think I'd learn by now, but so many times it's all like, oh, what did my friend said in the chat? And I'm like, that's trans porn. And then my boss walks by, and I'm like,
I'm going to show y'all this thing I made, because this is how bad a person I am. I practice making this picture with emojis where it looks like I'm behind the booty cheeks of a big butt Latina. Yeah, see that? I made that, and it looks like a real emoji in Apple emojis, right? I made this picture, but
he's gonna want that.
I made this picture, and I made it in like blonde and brunette and dark hair and black. I made it in all the shades. And
Did
my
you do
daughter,
blue hair for the mentally ill bitches?
well, I did it, and my daughter said, "Why are you making it in all of them?" I said, "For all my lady friends." Yeah, baby. I'm not a good person, but my daughter was like, "You are such a whore."
Yeah.
And I said, "I almost sent it back to your mama, remind
Just
her of
in
the good
case.
times."
Yeah. Just in case you won't think about it.
Yeah, you want me to come stuff your stockings for Christmas, baby? Holler at your boy, okay? But she shoots at people, so I didn't do it. So she's still very angry about the divorce. I did not send it. I was like, I'm gonna leave her alone. She's not the one to play with.
No, one of my other favorite things to do is I'll just message somebody and like, as I'm very public about my mental health issues online. Yeah. But like, I'll like message people. It's like, hey, when you said I could talk to you about anything, so like, yeah, are you okay? I'm like, no, there's something I've been wanting to tell you for a long time, and I don't know how you'll react. It's like, what? It's like, you gay as hell, bitch.
My favorite.
Like, I'll make it sound seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love when they hit them out of the left part. With what the fuck? Block.
Yeah, dude,
Don't be suicidal in the next 7 days. You're blocked.
Yeah.
You're on your own, bitch. Uber to the hospital.
It's a numbers game. So I sent it to so many friends and this friend in case I have an actual crisis.
You gotta have one that's like, I'm not sending them this way.
They got a reliable car, dude.
Yeah, you know who to play with. Okay.
Another one I like to do, like I know this one's fucked up, but like since I'm always at bars and shit and I make a new friend, I'm like, question, can I borrow your phone and send my friend a creepy text from your number?
No.
Jesus
Why would you do that?
Because I'm a monster.
You really are. Dude, first of all, I do get creepy texts from people anyway. And somebody's been trying to buy a house from me in Houston that I don't own a house in Houston. And they've been doing it for a year. And there's this real estate company that keeps bothering me about this house. So I got pissed and I went and looked the house up. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, hey, dog, that is a nice house. I really should go claim my house.
Yeah,
if it is my name.
That is mine, actually.
Yeah, and so I thought about telling people, well, what's your offer?
Yeah.
We'll come by the house and let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And
10% down, actually.
Yeah, see what happens. Well, you got to send in my Venmo.
Yeah.
You send in my Venmo and we'll go ahead and talk about this. But yeah man, I just want to start shit. But then I kept going, I saw a Monte Carlo in the driveway and I went, that's a black or a Mexican person. They're going to shoot you.
They know how to
cannot
fight,
be
dude.
responsible for a death playing a joke with these people. So I let it go. But yeah, if I find out somebody used my credit to buy a house, I'm going to be so mad because I can't even use my credit to buy an Xbox. I need this person to take over my credit. Get another house.
I'm pretty sure my mom is the reason my credit's fucked up because she did a lot of shady shit.
I'm not going to say one of my ex-wives didn't do that to one of our kids.
Jesus.
But I do know one of my kids had bills when she was 9 that I found out about as an adult. Like when she's an adult, she said, did you know I had an account at AT&T? I went, when? And she told me the dates. And I went, you were 9 years old.
Jesus.
What the hell? And so then I was like, wait a minute, hold on. When did I divorce your mom? You were... I believe you did have an account with AT&T that year. Yeah, that's very possible. Your mom had that number back then.
That's fucked.
Yeah, man. One of my kids had a Spectrum account. One of them had an AT&T account. My kids were very young and industrious. They all had better credit than their dad.
A couple of them had small business loans.
You run a nail shop and you're only 6? Oh my God. That is so black and Mexican of you. It was. It was very much a thing, man.
No, dude, I'm mad because I had a better hustle when I was a kid. Me and my brother, because we're from Flagstaff, Arizona, where it snows.
Yes.
So we would go shovel people's yards, but we'd have our own neighborhoods picked out. And we'd lie and say, it's like, hey, I'm in a contest with my brother to see who can make the most money shoveling snow. And he'd say the same thing. It wasn't a contest. The territories were agreed and divided pretty evenly.
You're trying to get in here. But that's a line that people go, yeah, I would love to ruin your family and watch y'all fight. Let's go.
Yeah. You're going to fight with a sibling? Cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely contribute to that family unrest. Let's go.
Yeah.
I would make more money than my brother, though.
Have you ever undersold a driveway clean-off in snowing? Because I've done that.
Undersold it?
Undersold it. I was like 12, and I was like, oh, it snowed a bunch last night. I'm going to go over to the neighbor, shovel his driveway for $20, because $20 was a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
it had 2 inches of ice underneath the like 8 inches of snow we got. And about 4.5 hours in, as I was out there with a pick trying to break apart all the ice, the old man came out and he's like, buddy, please go home.
Yeah.
he's like, please go home. He's like, you're never going to get this done. It's going to freeze again tonight. He's like, this is so bad.
I watched you for a while, and I'm done laughing.
Yeah. It was one of those that he knew what I was like, not what I didn't know because I was a child.
Did he at least pay you a little something?
He did. He gave me like an extra 20
Okay.
because whenever I saw there was ice, I went back to my parents' house, got out like a pick to break up the ice, and then I came back. He's like, I honestly thought you were gonna quit whenever you found the ice. He's like, then you came back over, so he brought me out an extra 20. He's like, go home, dude.
Just get out.
It'll be fine. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, man. He's like, this is about to fuck up my driveway for $20.
He's gonna break the fucking concrete.
Stupid kid. I love him, but he's stupid. I knew what was happening in that homeowner's mind.
Oh yeah, he's like, this fucking piece of shit. So I'm gonna have to get the driveway resurfaced. It's gonna be $1,000.
Get this kid out of here.
Yeah,
I was laughing, but now it's not funny. He's like, tear shit up.
Also, I used to bootleg cigarettes.
What?
When I was 12, yeah.
Were you in the mafia for kids? Were you like in Oliver Twist? A little bit more, sir.
No, but this is what pisses me off. So I had a green thumb back in the day.
Yeah.
And
is that when you
to the
sold
point
weed?
one time.
That's a good one.
That's where I'm getting to. Just kidding. No. But no, one time I just straight up put pot seeds in sand and they started growing. But like my mom decided, she's like, baby bear, I'm gonna have you grow all these little starter plants for me. This bitch was having me make marijuana starter plants for her, and she's paying me 5 cents a plant when I get them to like 2 inches. And then she was selling them to her friends for $20 so that they'd have their own weed plant that's already started off and healthy.
This is an industrious woman, dude.
Yeah, so I didn't know.
I think that's slave owner. Yes. I do think that's the word you were looking for. That is how slavery started.
But this is what happens.
I was like, I'm letting her sleep here.
I find out my mom's paying me 5 cents a plant and she's getting $20 off each one. I find out, and then I also find out that it's weed plants, and I was a little Bible thumper and shit.
Oh,
like, I left people on. It's like, well, it seems to make people happy. It's okay. But I'm all like, this is criminal, and I was mad that my mom got me into this. But I was more mad that I was getting 5 cents, and all she's doing is giving the plants out and taking the money. So I go up to my mom and I'm like, I would like to get 50%. I want $10 a pot plant. And she's all like, I can grow them myself. And I'm like, we both know you can't do that. And she's all like, what makes you think you deserve $10? I'm like, because I know this is marijuana, and I also have 911's phone number. What are we going to do here, Mom? And yeah.
And this people is why Casey Anthony did what she did. I'm not saying I agree with it, but sometimes
you just get it.
You can't.
They
be
told
bullshit.
my mom to get more. Okay, so I'll get like me and my mom would get in fights about that too, because she's all like, they told me to get an abortion, because like
your mom would tell you that.
Yeah, my mom told me I was an accident, and like she also complained to how long it took me to be born, because she's like, you know what? They say it's supposed to get easier every time you have a kid. Your brother or your sister, she took 12 hours. Your brother, 16. You, the sun came up and down 3 fucking times. And then she's like, baby bear, it's like, you were in an accident. When I found out I was going to have you, I cried. It's like, thanks, Mom. It's like, well, it's not that I didn't want you. It's just your brother was in diapers and you're going to be in diapers, and your sister is a little fucking bitch, so she may as well have been in diapers. And it's like, God damn.
This is why some of y'all don't get called on Mother's Day, because of this trauma. I have trauma with her mama, and I don't even know this fucking woman right there. That's a traumatic story. Why are you going to bring me on your podcast to hurt my feelings with your fucking child?
It happened to me.
I'm going to be over here the rest of the episode like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
The fucked up part is I was ramping up to more sad people shit, but I forgot what it was.
Holy shit, your mom was a beast, man. I don't even know if I can finish this episode.
All right, Casey Anthony, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, there we go.
So what led to is like she'd be all like, they told me not to have you, and I'm like, sounds to me like you should have fucking listened, but you knew better than the goddamn doctor, didn't you?
Yeah, look,
like
that's a very traumatic relationship.
Yeah.
I hear stories like that, and then I'm like, man, like my parents were awesome. I hate saying that after hearing your story. My parents were fucking amazing.
Hey, don't worry, same, dude.
They were so cool, man. And I grew up in a 2-parent household, and so when my boys would be like, "You don't know what it's like not having a dad," I said, "That shit sounds like freedom." You think I'm sneaking out the house with that old Vietnam vet watching the door, knowing my windows? Come on. I'm not sneaking out of the house with that psycho in there. Yeah, it sounds like you can do what you fucking want to do because your mom's at work all the time and you're crying. Shut the fuck up. You're going to college on a basketball scholarship because your dad's not here. You got a great 3-point shot because your dad's not here. And I'm supposed to feel bad for you? Come on, man, Quintavious. Quintavious got a hella 3-point shot. He wants you to feel bad for him.
Oh my
Shut
God.
up, Quintavious.
Oh, that's the fucked up thing. I didn't realize that I didn't have a normal childhood until much later in life.
No, nobody does.
Yeah. Dude, I did not know that it's not normal for a child to sleep with a hammer under their pillow in case dad gets too drunk and starts fucking with you and your brother. Like,
Look.
I did not know that was normal. And I'm like, yeah, I had my pillow hammer. And my friend was like, what the fuck's a pillow hammer? And I'm like, the hammer or weapon you keep under your pillow in case your dad gets drunk and angry and decides to wake you up and bury you alive in the middle of the night because he has issues with his dad. And it's all like, and then just like seeing all these like,
No.
yeah,
Those
just
looks.
like these eyes, it's all like, so we didn't have a pillow hammer, Celia.
Yeah, we don't know how to tell you this, but
And I'm like, then
our
how'd you
parents
protect
weren't
yourself?
criminals.
It's like, how'd you protect yourselves then? It's all like, our parents protected us from your grandparents. They're like, no. It's like, so I'm gonna hug you right now. Why?
Yeah, man. Look, you're one of those people, if you'd have told me that story, like if I'd have met you and I said, hey, you shouldn't run away from home, you'd have told me that story. I said, yeah, keep running. Here's $10.
I actually tried to run away a lot too, but I had a fucking limp because my leg was in the
Jesus Christ, so you were fucking...
I tried to run away like maybe 2-3 times, but the thing was I ran with this like big limp, and like I'd get running and my dad would just wait. Like he'd let me get up half the block and I'd always make it to the stop sign and my dad's just walking behind me like Michael Myers. But like...
Your life is 5 movies. And they're not good movies. Your mom was Scarface. You were Forrest Gump with that fucked up leg. You had a pillow hammer because, Michael Myers was your dad, obviously.
No,
this is a crazy story.
It was more like Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, this is crazy.
But no, he'd just come and grab me like right as I get to the stop sign and then put me on his shoulders and like carry me back. He's like, I told you to quit running away.
Dude, this is not a good story.
Yeah. He was nice when he was sober.
I'm going home. Man. You know what? Y'all ever watch them Hallmark movies where the lady after something vicious happens to her, she's in the bottom of the shower just crying and the hot water's hitting her? That's going to be me tonight after this podcast. I'm going to just be in the shower like, Celia can't get to you in your house. Her stories can't get to you here.
Do you
this
want
is
to
your
talk about
safe
video games?
I'm going to be up playing like Bratz. It's your world trying to forget that this happened. I got to go play some cozy kid shit. Like, what are you playing? Peppa Pig.
Oh my God.
I'm playing the Peppa Pig game.
Did you ever play Naughty Bear?
I did.
Wasn't that fun?
Dude, that was, okay.
Sorry.
You did redeem yourself with that. Okay. God, that was
Some would argue that's fucked up.
Yeah, that was a bright spot in your childhood. That was a good one. But golly, dude, these are horrifying stories. I now know why this podcast is named that. How the fuck did you survive? Don't interview me. Let's interview you.
A lot of malcoping mechanisms.
Yeah, look, okay. True. That we all have those, man.
Yeah.
God.
That's why we
stand-up
drink.
comedy.
So,
Yeah, I get it. I want you to know how good my life is. Tap water. Things are going well in my life right now. Okay, tap water. That's what I'm doing. You see how many of those are over there?
this man started the podcast by saying, I'm sober by choice.
Yeah.
Again,
I didn't have a limp as a kid. I could run. I was just fat. Had a limp as a kid.
Well, I was fat too because of the limp.
You were fat and had a limp?
Yeah, and also I had this weird cast that made me slide out. They tried to have me in a wheelchair, but I kept sliding out of it. So my grandpa, this was actually sweet. My grandpa made me a wooden tricycle wheelchair. So, because my cast made my legs like that, go out like this. But he made me this tricycle out of wood, and it had a tabletop for my little Moo stuffed animal and my ramen, so I could watch my Batman cartoons.
First of all, this sounds like some shit out of the Depression era.
That was a cool ass table. My grandfather was a mastercraft.
Yeah, we're gonna go out here and harvest the sand. I'm like, what kind of 1920s horror story are you telling me? I'm in my wooden wheelchair that my grandpa made me with 2 inflatable tires and a log he found in the woods. I'm like, fuck this whole podcast. I don't want to be here.
He actually did used to make his bows and arrows out of woods he found.
He was making his own bows and arrows. God damn.
Somebody had to feed the family, dude.
Like he'd use reeds for practice ones, but like, yeah.
I'm done. This shit is.
All right.
I've heard enough. This is enough for me.
Okay, Roderick, what have you had to survive through?
This podcast. This is the hardest thing I've done. Okay, done.
He's never answering a text again.
Yeah, your number's blocked for 2 months. I'll see you in February when I recoup from this. No. It's my homie, so she knows. I have been through some crazy shit.
This can't be worse than seeing me naked.
No, that was actually cool. I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
That was, yeah.
All right, what have you
First of all,
had to
I
survive?
started naked roast battle. I don't want y'all thinking I was at her window looking in, just going, hey, look at Celia naked, and she still got that wooden tricycle. I didn't do that shit.
She still got the ramen in the bear.
She's just up here naked watching Batman. I'm just like, turn it up. That's a good episode. I don't want you thinking that's how it happened. It's not what went down, okay? I got to clarify some shit on this podcast.
Yeah, I was a naked roast. I was of age. Everybody had consent. He wasn't the only one in there.
I was in the audience, and then all my boys were like, have you ever seen Naked Roast Battle? I went, nah. And they said, well, yeah, some of your friends are competing. I said, who? And they went, Celia's in here. And I was like, for real? Wait, you don't say naked. Y'all mean naked, or y'all just like there in their drawers and their pants? They went naked. And I said, well, I don't want to be rude. I got to be a good friend. So if I got to see my homegirl's cooch and see her insult people, I got to do that.
You still didn't see it. My stomach covers it.
It did. But nice titties, though. You know, give your friends props. Build them up.
Do what you can.
The first naked roast I did, Big J actually gave me a little pep talk right before. He's all like, men want to fuck you, women want to be you. And you're going to go up there.
Bro, first of all, if somebody would have told me that, I would definitely go up there and battle. Like, thanks, Big J. Do I have to give you a hand job? I will. No, man, here's my thing. When I was younger, I had a penchant for I wasn't looking for trouble, but it would find me. And so one of the things I remember is when I was in the military and I was a young man, I was addicted to hoes. Okay? That was my thing. I had a hoe addiction.
Army?
I was Navy. I was in the Navy.
Checks out.
I was in San Diego. And so I remember me and my boy were cruising. Now, this dude's name was No Money. That was his nickname. And I'm going to just stick to his nickname. I'm not going to use his real name because he's probably a lawyer these days. But No Money always had money. It was a crazy nickname, right? He always had fat pockets. So me and No Money are hanging out cruising one day, and we see these girls, and I'm the scrub in the passenger side of my best friend's ride. I'm scrubbing hardcore. I'm screaming out the window, yeah, what up, baby?
What was the vehicle?
Man, was it a Nissan Altima? Maybe a Nissan Altima. One of them did have a Geo Tracker Jeep.
Oh, fuck
and
yeah,
so
dude.
I screamed out the passenger side of that Jeep a lot of times.
Yeah.
But we were in his Altima, I think, and we were hollering at these girls, and they were like, we're at the hotel. And she said a room number, and I said, did she say this? He said, it sounded like this or this. So I said, man, what's the Huey? Let's go back to the hotel. They already got a room. We ain't got to pay for it. This is awesome. So we go back, and as we're going down the hall, I passed this white dude, and, he's like 101, Thug 101 white boy. The black hoodie is pulled up, hats, doing his thing. Okay. And so he's doing all that, and he kind of makes eye contact with me, and I go, what up, bro? And so, that's me. You make eye contact, I'll eye contact you. So we're going down the hall. My boy's behind me. We go knock on this door. Nobody answers. I said, man, you think we beat these hoes here? I'm knocking on the door. I turn around. White dude's got a gun in my face. Like, I'm looking down the barrel like this. Ooh. Then my boy No Money pulls the gun and puts it to dude's head. And I'm like, oh, this just escalated quickly. And he said, well, you're knocking on the door. I said, man, we trying to find these two hoes that we just saw, and we just trying to hook up with these ladies, man. Ain't no hoes in there, bro. What you really want? I said, bro, I'm really looking for two hoes. That's what we're doing. Yeah. But the gun's in my face, and then my boy goes, hey, man, drop the gun. And he goes, I got the gun in your boy's face. I'll kill it. Talking about me, he said, I'll kill him right now. And he said, but I'm gonna ice you before you even pull that trigger.
Yeah.
You will both be dead here.
Yeah.
You're not gonna win, man. So put your gun down. And so I'm listening to these two bragging with guns.
Yeah, and you're like, hey.
And I go, hey,
I was just trying to get pussy.
dude, do you have an extra gun that I could hold and aim at my boy? Because I'm
like
the
a
only
Mexican
one.
stand.
Yeah, I'm the only one here without a gun, and that don't feel right. At least I could complete the triangle and aim at him. And the white dude looked at me, then he looked at my boy, and my boy goes, yeah, that motherfucker's crazy. And then the white dude dropped the gun because I said that.
Yeah.
And then my boy was looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this? So we leave, right? We talked to the white dude for a while, but we left. The hoes aren't here. So we leave. And my boy asked me in the car, what made you make a joke? I said, bro, I was only halfway joking. It just didn't seem fair that everybody brought a gun and nobody told me I was supposed to bring a gun out tonight. I thought we were looking for hoes. I don't know what kind of hoes you thought we were going to meet where we had to bring a gun. And so he was like, you are insane. We didn't hang out as much after that. Yeah. he was like, you are insane that you made a joke with the guns in your face. And I was like, that's just how my brain worked. I didn't know, like, that's a gun. I'm looking into the barrel. This is the first time I've ever looked into like a 45, Smith & Wesson 45. I could tell what it was looking at it. I was like, oh, and it's loaded. He's about to pop me. This is going to hurt.
Oh, yeah.
All for 2 seconds. It's going to be like,
briefly.
And it's over.
Yeah.
But I just remember making that joke and him just looking at me like, what the? Yeah. Like, nobody was throwing the word autistic around, but I'm pretty sure they thought I was. They look back on that and
they
remember one time I
invented the
aimed
phrase
a gun at an
autistic
autistic
because
kid.
of that situation.
They created that term because of me in that situation.
It's all like, it was a but it was something else.
Yeah.
Autistic? That's the word.
Eric, can you beer me? I was going to say, can you big me?
Yeah, that's the word we want. That's the word. Yeah, it was a crazy time, man. And I kept, like, the entire time I was in the military, those situations kept happening. I was on the Tripoli when it hit the mine during Desert Storm.
Ooh.
I was in Philippines when Mount Pinatubo erupted. I was off the coast of India when the cyclone hit. I got a combat action pin because we hit that mine. I stayed in like drama.
Yeah.
Like if it could go down, I had this knack for showing up and hey,
it's happening.
I'm here and it's about to go down. What's about to go down? I don't know, but I'm here. We're about to find out. And I tell a story on stage and people think it's a joke, but it's 100% true. Dancing in this club, trying to get with a girl. Once again, hoe stories. I'm trying to get with this girl. And I'm like, baby, it could be you and me. You know, I'm spitting old school 90s game, you know, boys to men game. It could be us forever. You know, just come on, forever my lady. I'm singing Jodeci in her ear and shit. And she's like not having it. And then I heard pop, pop, pop. And I said, that's a 9mm going off in this club. Just too quick. Pop, pop, pop. And I remember pushing off of her like a track starter. Like, and I might have mushed her in the face. All I know is my hand went up and I felt something that gave me the boost I needed to run toward God. And so I get outside. I'm through the door before everybody's even. I hear the screaming going, but I'm out the door and at the car. I didn't grab my boys. I didn't grab nobody. I'm outside at the car waiting like, I hope they survive because I need a ride home.
I don't got the keys.
Yeah, I'm out at the car. She comes out in the parking lot. She finds me. Club empties out. You ain't shit. You ain't about shit. You was talking all that shit in the club. And I said, first of all, you was bullshitting in the club. How I'ma look being Captain Save-A-Ho, save you, take a bullet, and now some other nigga get to lay with your ass next week. If you want to be my lady, you should have committed in the club. Because had you committed in the club, I'd have scooped you up and ran out with you. But you know, you're a strong, independent black woman, don't need no black man. Get your ass out on your own. That's how I felt. And then I realized, yeah, I'm probably not going to get to date black women with this person. I started dating white women.
And Mexican women.
Yeah.
I did. It was like, I guess I've been kicked out of the black women. In California, I just got to date Mexican and white girls now because I'm
just a funny boy.
Black women know me. There's a group chat. This motherfucker ain't shit. My face is in there.
It was an AOL chat back then. Dude.
Yeah, my grandfather's pictures in there. Lottery. Just those pictures.
God damn it. I'm sad because like we are like running out of time. So let's plug some shows. I definitely want you back on the podcast at some point.
I would love to come back, man.
This
Please.
was a blast.
You cannot tell me any more horror stories in 2025. I got to call my therapist to deal with your shit.
And I was going to tell you a gun pointed at head story too right afterwards, but we were like,
we might do another episode where my therapist sits here with us. Listen to this shit. Help her. Okay.
It's fucked up because like so many times I'll like say something like I'll be talking about my childhood to one of my therapists because like, well, like I always have to break in a new therapist and then it's like great now I have to tell them all the trauma again.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like okay, and then my dad pointed a loaded gun at my dad or my mom's head, and then it's like then the next day we all had waffles, and the therapist is like let's backtrack.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to run that back. Yeah. Let's run that back.
But then I'll explain what happened. It's like, yeah, my dad's friend brought over a gun and it was loaded and he pointed at my mom's head and we were all really quiet and he held it there for like 30 seconds and then, but like I'll tell the story, they'll be like, the fuck.
But then waffles.
Yeah, but my mom ended up kicking his ass after because he finally like put the gun down and like once the gun was out of sight, she tackled his ass. So,
bro, you know what? I told you once before. You have a sister that you told me a traumatic story about, and I said, yeah. I just want to meet her. I don't want to date her. I just want to meet her. And then you told me something super traumatic about how she gets her rent paid, and I was like, okay, I want to meet her, sleep with her, and pay her rent 1 month. Okay, so I'm not a good person. I've told y'all this.
Just wear a rubber. I'm not gonna be the reason you got herpes.
Yeah, no, you told me enough to make me go, okay, I'm down bad, but not that bad. Okay, but no. Here's where you can catch me. 2025, I'm getting ready to go back out on the road. So I have Lakeway. I'll be at the Canyon Grill on January 1st. And if you guys are anime nerds, I'll be at IkiCon January 10th through January 12th. I'm actually hosting that. I'm hosting IkiCon. They pay me a lot of money to come over there and host anime conventions, and I'm bringing a comedy show there. And then in February, I will be touring all through Alabama, Columbus, Georgia, Opelika, Alabama, and Johnson City, Texas. So follow me on at Coach Silky on Instagram, and you'll see all the dates, man. I'm hitting the road heavy again in 2025.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Eric, you got anything? I don't
know. January 3rd, I'm going to be in San Antonio. I do not remember where I'm performing at in San Antonio, but January 3rd, San Antonio, Dad Bod's Comedy Tour. We are going to Utah, Columbus, Ohio, I think, and then a couple other cities. Check that out. All going to be on my Instagram. Of course, check out Birthday Boys. People who facilitate this great podcast. And then I think that's all I got. Eric Biggs Comedy. Find everything there.
And just a reminder, this podcast is produced on the Birthday Boys channel. So go there, like, subscribe, comment. And so far the only really big thing I have having happen is February 13th. We're going to do our first of our flirt battles at Creek in the Cave. Woo! Instead of roasts, the contestants are going to be throwing pickup lines at each other.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so check that out. Tickets are on sale now at creekinthecave.com.
Somebody, I'm just going to say it now, somebody's been asked to be on that show, so I'm trying to make my schedule work so I can be back.
If you can, I'm squeezing you in there.
I am so trying to get myself on that show.
I got my judges already in my, but I want to add a couple more battles. I'm going to see how.
I would love to do that. Dude, to flirt, I suck at roast, but I would love to flirt with people because I'm good at that.
Well, I thought about you after because we talked about that.
I'm good at that. I can talk shit to ladies all day. So, as long as there's no shooting in the club.
Well, 3 of the matches are straight guys going against each other, and then we got Trey and Lindsay going against each other, and then Jessica, how do you say her name? Misitano against her friend Corey Knox.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one.
But I got Keith Ray against my friend Sam Groover, and then, I think it's Francisco Racone against Jimmy Moynihan.
Oh, 2 of my boys right there. I love those dudes.
Shit, who was it? Swiggy versus... Who the fuck is Swiggy going against?
Oh, you got just killers on that lineup.
Himself.
Oh, my God. That's amazing. That's a good lineup.
I'm so excited.
That's a great lineup. Okay, yeah. Get tickets for that.
All right. That's the end of this episode. And, yeah, we'll see y'all soon.